So who is Jamie Lawson, and what is her role in the new upcoming Batman movie in 2021? Welcome back to Comic Power. I'm your host, Comic Killer 72. Welcome to another episode of The Quick Flip. This is the program where I go over comic book industry news in a short period of time. Please subscribe to this channel and also click on the notification bell as well. It will remind you when new videos come out. Alright, now let's get right into it. The Batman made his first appearance in comics in Detective Comics number 27 back in 1939. He's the most famous comic book superhero of all time. We're going to discuss today the future of his live action movies. If you haven't been paying attention, the last time you looked up, he was being played by Ben Affleck and appeared in two movies, Batman vs. Superman in 2016, which was polarizing and very disappointing at the box office, and Justice League, one of the biggest bombs in the history of bombs. Affleck had been previously signed on to Warner Brothers with the intention of directing and co-writing his own Batman solo movie. But after the two disasters I just mentioned, plus his personal problems with alcohol abuse, for all intents and purposes, he was fired. DC pretty much gave up on the fully connected universe and went with a loose connection, more standalone movies. Matt Reeves was brought in to be the director of Batman and basically start from scratch. The idea of the villain being Deathstroke is pretty much DOA. And then Robert Pattinson was confirmed to be the new Bruce Wayne, aka Batman. It was met with a lot of skepticism at first because he's best known as that sparkling vampire from the Twilight movie series, a series that has not aged well at all. I made a video about this that you should give him a chance because there's a lot of independent films he's been critically acclaimed in that you probably never saw. He's 33 years old, which is a good age to start with, and he'll have about a year to bulk up. He'll be a good Batman. I'm not worried about the lead. Let's look at some of the other confirmed castings, such as Jeffrey Wright, who has been cast to play Commissioner Gordon. This too also raised some eyebrows when it was first announced, mostly garnered from the fact that a lot of people didn't know who he was. He's just never been a lead actor, but he's been a strong supporting actor for almost 30 years. He's currently playing Bernard on the critically acclaimed Westworld series on HBO. He also starred as Felix in 3 different James Bond movies. And don't forget about The Hunger Games, where he plays the victor who won by electrocuting his opponents. He even transformed himself into the iconic bluesman Muddy Waters for the film Cadillac Records. He kind of reminds me of Liv Schreiber, a supporting actor with a lot of skill. He just never gets to play the lead. Jeff's got some big shoes to fill because Gary Oldman was an awesome Commissioner Gordon. J.K. Simmons never really got his feet wet in it. He only got a cameo in one movie to play the character. He's a terrific J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man anyway. As for Jeffrey, he's going to do a good job on this. You don't have to worry about anything. The biggest surprise in the confirmed casting so far is probably Zoe Kravitz playing Catwoman. If you don't know that much about her, she's from a showbiz family. Her father is Lenny Kravitz, the rock star, and her mom is Lisa Bonet, best known as Denise from the Cosby Show back in the 80s. Here's a picture of them around 1990 holding baby Zoe. Some of her best work as an actress has been the movie Mad Max Fury Road, where she played Toast the Noah, the independent film Dope, where she plays opposite Shamik Moore, who does the voice of Miles Morales now, and she played Christina in the Divergent series. Some of the previous actresses playing this role were Anne Hathaway in The Dark Knight Rises, Halle Berry in a standalone Catwoman movie where she looked great but the movie sucked, and the best cinematic version of Catwoman so far was Michelle Pfeiffer in the Batman 1992 movie. Here's a recent picture of Zoe next to her mom, who still looks great at 50. In 1988, Lisa Bonet did this iconic cover for Rolling Stone. 30 years later, in 2018, her daughter Zoe recreated it, and I believe that this sexy cover may have won her the role of Catwoman. You want someone sexy and exotic, and she nailed it. Now let's see what she looks like in tight leather. Can't wait. That brings us to the mystery casting of newcomer Jamie Lawson in an unconfirmed role. She literally has no Hollywood movie credits at this point. However, she is a recent graduate of the Juilliard School of Art in New York. It's a prestigious academy that produces all types of great actors, dancers, musicians. The industry is very aware of her due to her acclaim in stage plays. So she would be the equivalent of, say, Zion Williamson getting drafted #1 overall in the NBA. We don't know what role she will have yet, but people are jumping the gun, assuming it's going to be Batgirl. In the main Batman continuity, Commissioner Gordon's daughter is Barbara Gordon, who becomes Batgirl. And since an African American has been cast to play Commissioner Gordon, it's just assumed that a 20-something-year-old African American female actress would then be Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl. But once again, we don't know what role she'll be playing. It could be like Zendaya, who was cast for Spider-Man, and a lot of people assumed it was going to be Mary Jane Watson, but she actually is playing a new character in Michelle Jones. So let's not jump too far ahead on who she's going to be playing. We'll see in the future. As you can see, this is going to be the most diverse Batman cast you've ever saw. And there's going to be backlash and a lot of chatter about this, but those are people that's going to talk a lot, but go see the movie anyway. We've never had a black Commissioner Gordon, but we did have a black Harvey Dent in the 1989 Batman movie with Billy D. Williams. Instead, earlier, we had a black Catwoman in Halle Berry, and there was 3 different actresses that played Catwoman in the 1960s television show. The one most remembered is Eartha Kitt, who's African American. And saying that, I'm excited for the Batman movie. It's scheduled to come out June 25th, 2021. Next up is Wicked Wednesday and the new comic book pick of the week. And for November 20th, 2019, that's going to be The Marked #2 from Image Comics. And I'm enjoying the heck out of this new ongoing series. The Marked #1 was the pick of the week for October 16th, by the way. The writing is great and the art is beautiful. Even the interiors. It's not one of those books that have great covers and then the art inside looks like crap. It actually looks good on the inside too. The premise here is that there is a secret society of people in which their magic is controlled by their tattoos. And this society has been fighting against dark forces for centuries, and now they've run into a scandal where one of their members has been practicing a type of hybrid magic. There are subcultures that are all about tattoos, and there are subcultures all about magic. This kind of matches both of them together. And as you can see, I'm very high on this series. And by the way, a second print variant of issue #1 also comes out this week, and it looks like this. I would advise you to get on board with the Mark now while it's early. It's another winner from Image Comics. The runner-up is going to be Machine Girl #1 from Red 5 Comics. It's the story of a young woman named Megan who's fighting on a foreign planet in intergalactic mixed battling arts. And along the way, she searches for her origins in a mysterious forgotten planet called Earth. Red 5 is a small indie, but they're producing some very good stuff. For example, The Dark Age #1 was my pick of the week for August 7th. So at the very least, pick up Machine Girl #1 if nothing but for the cover. Before I close, I would like to talk about these online petitions, which are really getting on my nerves. The latest ones are, there was a petition to replace Brie Larson as Captain Marvel because some fanboys don't care for her style of outspoken feminism. And then there's another petition to replace Amber Heard in Aquaman 2. These online petitions get the facepalm from me. I'm just tired of hearing about them. The Captain Marvel replacement is the most ridiculous. She's done nothing wrong. She's broken no laws, and her movie just made $1 billion. Do you really think the overlords at Disney are shaking their boots? Oh, an online petition. We had to get rid of Brie Larson. We just made $1 billion. We can't have her because of some online petition. That's pretty stupid. As for Amber Heard, she's still going through the ramifications of a nasty divorce from Johnny Depp. She was accusing him of domestic abuse. Apparently his fans is turning around and say that she was the one who was the abuser. Yes, it's a mess, but it's their own personal family business, and there's nothing there that would make Warner Brothers decide to ditch her. But at the end of the day, my thoughts on these petitions is that they're lame, stupid, and a big waste. This is entertainment we're talking about, movies and stuff like that. If you don't like it, if you don't like the person that's in it, just don't watch it, don't consume it. Online petitions should be for stuff like fighting against unjust laws, trying to free political prisoners, or taking up some issue for the environment. So in my opinion, if you're starting or signing a petition on something that's related to entertainment, you are an idiot. You know the drill. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, give the thumbs up, and share these videos on social media so other people learn about the channel. And don't forget, I do sell comics at my eBay page listed here with a link in the description. One Stop Thrift and Comic Power are run by the same guy. That would be me, Comic Killer 72. I have 100% feedback, by the way. And once again, thank you to my subscribers and viewers who support Comic Power. Until next time, this is Comic Killer 72 for Comic Power saying bye-bye.